Okay. Hello. I'm trying to record. I guess they're trying to wear me out, and then I'll record and say something um in the wrong way and phrase it in the wrong way because I'm frustrated. This is what they're trying to do. So I'm having to record this over and over. The video isn't recording and things like that. So I guess they want me to get frustrated, and then I'll record something and it'll come across the wrong way, and people say, "Oh, look what she said." Well, you don't know, and you haven't been behind the scenes. I recorded maybe 20 videos already, and from yesterday trying to record and the videos not being saved. Like this is the first time in how many times? But because of the content of what I'm trying to save, now it's happening. Why is my stalker's video on my page? I have asked YouTube several times in order for them to remove it, and these people have refused. Instead of removing her off of my suggestion list, they moved her up to the featured list on um my page, my video page. And now when my video goes off, when the number ends for the time of the video, her face pops up on the top, and it says the video that's up next, which is not so. I mean, they're trying to use some foolish phrase there. But my thing is that it should not be on my page. You know, I am being stalked by her, not just on the web, but also in person, because when she's using the video has the 007 number on her video that's attached to mine. Her video number is 007. So I also, there are days when things, I find out later if there's something going on. The vehicle with the 007 will show up. This vehicle is it would not be good for people to understand what this vehicle is, because that means that that tells you who's involved, because this vehicle is marked 007, and you can clearly back it up that these vehicles have been showing up where I am. And so my thing is that I know someone whose name James Bond. He works in the Diamond District, and he goes by the moniker of 007. So if I'm in an ordinary conversation speaking about James Bond, he's a 60-year-old white male. I don't know what country he's from, and he works in the Diamond District. If I'm speaking about him, people will automatically assume I'm talking about her when I say 007, because her video says 007. Then she can say to them, hey, look, she's talking about me. See, she's trying to hurt me. And people will believe it because it says 007 on her video. So they think she's making a sly reference. Well, listen, it's good that the confusion happened, because I want people to understand that she's using parallels with my life in order to make it seem like I'm speaking about her, when who are you? Like, you don't, I don't even recognize her face. Her face is like, you know she doesn't have a face. Like, I don't recognize her face. There's no distinguishing features or anything like that, so I don't remember it. So when I see it, it's like I didn't see it. It's almost like who is that? The only time I can ever know is if I read the names, and I'm like, what? And then like, I'm still not convinced. Like, who is that? Like, are y'all sure? Because I don't recognize this person. I don't look at her videos, don't look at her stuff. Like, if I happen across something, you know, I can't help it. And especially if it's being put there for me to see. So if it's being put there for me to see and I still don't recognize it, there's some things like this video is on my video page. It's put there for me to see. So it's put there for me to see, and when I look at it, I don't watch it, but as I pass it over, it means nothing to me, except for I need to know why, and is she being helped to stalk me? And my thing is that you're getting help from big name companies, you know and so YouTube, there's some other Twitter and different places like that. These big companies, I guess they have a stake in this stuff. Sony, I'm not going to get into all the ways of how they're involved, but I was having a problem concerning Sony, but then when I realized who's releasing this film, I said, okay, now I understand, these people have a stake in it, money and things like that. And so they're trying to protect this person and help them pull off a fraud and pull off, stalking someone. This is against the law. This is what this person is doing. Why is your video on my video? Why is it attached? I asked for it to be removed and it's now featured. So we all understand now that, let's just look at just this and put this in a little box. My video page, minding its business, being seen by whoever wants to see it. Now all of a sudden, her video gets attached to it, and it's been there for some time. But now they put it into feature video. But my thing is that this is my video page, right? Her video gets attached to mine. Now her video got attached to mine before there was ever any mention of her. I didn't mention her. I only mentioned Ireland because Ireland was the top viewer for my comedy site. That's funny, comedyshowcase.ning.com. And so we got 5,700,000 views, and the we is me, because it was before anybody was on there. It was before I put any other videos but my own. We were only in previews and we got that number. And so my thing is that I was speaking about Ireland, and I was speaking about how well we did there, and the fact that they were #1 in overall percentage, and USA was #2, but USA was overall in numbers, like for viewers. And Ireland, it was a big to do because my sweetheart Derek is part Irish. He's Black Irish, so I was, it was cute that Ireland, I was saying Ireland loves me, but Ireland loves me because that that they really loved, love me as far as coming to my site and helping me get those numbers. And it was a parallel. It drew its own parallel because Derek is in my life. So, but I didn't. I don't know if I mentioned it. I might have. That's my business. It's my video. And so in that video, I was speaking about the site, which I don't believe there was necessarily any mention of him. I think I was just saying that Ireland loves me. And so for her to attach her video on it, there's a significance to it. And so for her to put her video there, like, why are you attaching yourself to my video? One, especially because I'm with Derek, and I have been there for years, and I was there when you came on the scene, and you came supposed to be a friend. Now this person came, and Derek's like, I guess, was trying to act like she was a friend. And when me and him had, we're talking and things like that, and I think maybe she probably is the one that was trying to convince him that I was trying to break up with him, because it seemed like that became an issue where it looked like I'm trying to break up with him. But in actuality, I think that when you try to talk to a friend and tell them what's going on with you and the person you're with, you would have somebody in your life that is saying, hey, they'll try to work it out. But I believe she was probably saying, no, she's gonna break up, you should break up with her first, or here, let's go out, let's take a picture in a paper and make her jealous, like, try. But I don't do jealousy and stuff like that. But I think that's what it is. I think that's what was supposed to be like, let's walk out in public and I'll be by your side. So she gonna leave you, I'll let her see somebody near you or something like that. I think that's what it was. Like, if she's gonna break up with you, then have somebody next to your side. Yeah, she's gonna break up with you. And I'm saying, like, that's not what I said. Like, what, so I'm trying, I'm not trying to understand. That's basically what it was. Someone try to come in and trying to steal, something that you have. So they're not going to tell the person the truth and say, work on it. I think that was just, you're saying it wrong. Ask her what she meant by it, or something like that. That's not what they did. They basically, it was like an accusation type of thing, like, I think she's leaving, or she's leaving, you leave her first, or something foolish like that. That's probably where all of that went. People are pathetic when they're trying to get somewhere and they don't have the talent to get there themselves. This is the same thing. I think she used the same vehicle to try to steal the movie from Leighton Meester, because Leighton Meester was tapped in the lead, and the parts wound up being switched or something like that. She wanted to play the part of the person being stalked, but it's just funny because I wrote a movie, and as a matter of fact, I wrote a treatment for movie and a couple of movies that had that pattern, because that's something I had experienced in my life since I was younger. I was stalked by like a guy before when I was younger, and I have people like girls who have had tried to mimic my lifestyle. So that's something that I'm familiar with because of my sense of style and stuff like that had been popular. I braid hair, I style hair, I color hair, I do all kinds of things for hair. And so I clothes and stuff like that. I can make a few things, and different things like that that I do. And so people copied it. I mean, I can do that in my own privacy and get the satisfaction of doing it. I don't have to necessarily be out and for somebody to see it for it to be satisfying and gratifying. So it's not a necessity, like I can talk about, oh, hey, I want to be out and do this, but in actuality, being able to do it, it has its reward. Like that's the reward. But my thing is that, so for her to try to attach herself and mimic the things that I'm doing, like with the 007, it's perfect because when I speak about 007, she can try to say, hey, she's talking about me. Who are you? I don't even recognize your face. I have to read, like, if I read the name of a picture, then I'm saying, I'm still not convinced. Like, I don't remember the face. I don't, like, did, I, I can't tell. There's no distinguishing feature of the face. Like, me, I'm lips. I got distinguishing features, you know, I have distinguishing features and stuff like that. So if somebody was to look, they could say, "Oh, the one with the nice lips or whatever, pretty lips, something like they would describe something about me." But with her, like, there's no distinguishing feature for me to remember. Like her face is not recognizable to me. Like a Leighton Meester, she has like her eyes and stuff like. She has a pretty face and her eyes. She has a recognizable face, and not only that, but she's very talented. I did actually look at her show. I did actually watch her um act, and I think that she's really good. She's very good. At the first time that I saw Leighton Meester, I thought that she was going to be excellent, and I had said that, and I had told a lot of people, and because and did a couple of things with that, and then the situation worked itself out with her working with her. That's a part of this thing too. You don't understand how far back this goes and how deep this goes. This person is very troubled, but I'm just giving you a slice of it because I can't um give you everything all at once. This you can just see. This is something small and practical that you can look at. Look at her video on my video page on YouTube, stuck to it in the featured position, and and even though she's not featured, she's not up next in my life or anything like that. It's a farce, but why is it there? Why does she still have the option of having this video on my page? And why is YouTube supporting it and helping her, to stalk me? And I have told them, and they continue to make it worse. Instead of removing her out of the picture was made, I mean, the video was maybe the third or the fourth or whatever it was. Now it's featured instead of being just on the suggested list, you know. So that's making me know for sure clearly that they're assisting her. And with the 007 issue or any other thing, when I'm writing privately or I'm talking privately, whoever is in the company is trying in my presence or company, like if there is someone that she knows or is sent by her, then she can say, oh yeah, she's talking about me. No, I'm talking about something in my life. Like when I say I have been mimicked, I'm not necessarily speaking about her because many people have done it. I have had distinguishable things that I have done that people copy. This is of old. This is not new for me.